As time went on, I chose to ignore my sister and keep to myself. Some days my parents wouldn't say a single word to me, but I preferred being ignored over being punished. When I turned 18, I moved out to attend college, sharing a flat with a roommate. Those years were tough, as my parents constantly called, demanding that I return home to help with chores, even though I was juggling a full course load. I had to move twice more before graduation, because they kept finding my address and showing up unannounced. Things finally began to improve once I got a stable job. Just last month, I bought my own house and was loving my new life. But that peace didn't last long. Last week, my sister suddenly appeared at my door, banging loudly and demanding that I let her stay for a few weeks. I refused and told her to leave, reminding her that I had cut ties with the family. She insisted she'd had a fight with our parents and needed a place to stay, but I told her it wasn't my problem and didn't let her in. After ringing my doorbell non-stop for 20 minutes, she eventually left. I thought the ordeal was over, but a week later, my car disappeared during the night. Panicked, I checked my security cameras before calling the police. It turns out, my dear sister had smashed my car window with a brick and stolen it right from outside my house. In that moment, I realized this was yet another attempt to belittle me, just as she had done throughout my life. But this time, I wasn't going to let her get away with it. I immediately called the police, reported the car as stolen, and provided the security camera footage as evidence. A couple of days later, I found out she had crashed the car into a wall and abandoned it like it was worthless. I was livid. I knew I had to take a stand and make her and my parents understand the consequences of their actions. I hired a lawyer and initially planned to sue her for $20,000, but my lawyer suggested raising it to $50,000. I agreed without hesitation. I was well aware that my sister didn't have a job and still lived with our parents, meaning they would likely have to pay for her actions. That didn't bother me, though. They needed to realize the damage they had done by enabling her behavior for so long. In the end, I sued her for $50,000 and won. It was the first time I felt like justice was truly on my side.